What's up, dudes? What is up? What just happened? What did I just do there? All right, guys, girls, what's up, guys? It's your boy Zero. My voice is starting to slowly come back after this crazy ordeal. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the live stream. I've got an exciting show here where we are going to be talking, and not just talking, but playing Gears of War Reloaded. Let me just move this here. Let's go switch screens. So, guys, up to this point in time, we have had, a couple of days hands-on experience with Gears of War Reloaded's beta. And I'm really excited, to see how the servers are today. Obviously, we don't have a lot of time. And guys, I promise I'm going to be live streaming a lot more for you in the future. It's just been, there's no excuses. We got to be better. We've got to bring you guys more live streams because I know that I see the opportunity where there's a lot of you out there that are really enjoying the Gears of War content. And it's, I look at it as a responsibility, a duty to bring you guys as much content as possible because you guys want to, talk about Gears of War Reloaded, Gears of War E-Day, and the future of all these things. And so I really take it personally, and I appreciate everybody who's been joining the live streams, who's been joining, just watching the content, subscribing, liking the videos and stuff. So it truly it's awesome, and I'm very grateful for it. But that being said, and with that said, guys, we're gonna get on this grind here. I mean, I don't want to waste any time. I want to play. Like, let's go, bro. I'm just gonna hop into a party here. So, anyways, guys, post this on. All right. Let's do a social match, team deathmatch. Perfect. I just hope the hype and the anticipation for, Gears of War Reloaded doesn't fizzle out on us, right? That's always been a concern, I think, for a lot of people, is that, right after a Gears of War title, or a beta comes out or whatever, everybody seems to get really juiced up by it. Everyone's really excited, and then it, the thing with Gears lately it's fizzled out really, really fast. And Gears will never be Call of Duty, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, it's a constant upward trend. I think Gears of War Reloaded is going to begin a trend, and then Gears of War E-Day is going to take that to the next level. So that's what I'm really excited about. With E-Day, with Gears of War Reloaded, I think it's gonna be good, guys. I really do. I'm hoping that matchmaking, because here's the thing, guys, that I've noticed. Day one of the beta, the matchmaking was broken. I mean, it was tough. It was hard to get into a lobby. There was some bugginess, and right now we're having issues once again getting in, unfortunately. What's going on, bro? But anyways, yeah, we were having issues with matchmaking day one. Day two, though, yesterday, it felt a lot better. It felt like matchmaking was much, much better than it was in day one. And now we're getting kind of a weird situation going here with day three, jumping on here. We're having issues getting in for whatever reason. The beta's not over yet. So let's quit this. Let's go back here and let's reopen it. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know what's switch over to the webcam. Bring it in, guys. What's up, guys? I hope all of you are doing outstanding. We've had a exciting, couple of live streams recently. Just ton of support from you guys, and I really, really appreciate it. Been getting a lot of support. And there's been a lot of excitement around Gears of War Reloaded. But I think that most people are just really excited to jump into Reloaded to have something to play while we're waiting for Gears of War E-Day, which I think we can all agree is going to be the biggest Gears of War game of all time. Which there is a world where Gears of War Reloaded is the biggest Gears of War title of all time. But just gonna have to kind of wait and see, right? I just don't know what's going on, bro. Okay. Like, can we look at, like, yeah, what kind of stats do we got and stuff? 0.87, 1.67 win-loss ratio. That's good. KD's terrible. So this will be nice. The War Journal will be really nice to have. Joey Slan. Fatal Strike. I feel like I know Fatal Strike. Domes? No way. Domes has put in some time. He's been grinding this thing. That's good. That's awesome. Domes is a pretty cool creator within Gears. Streams a lot. What's going on, dude? I mean, now we're having issues again getting into matchmaking. Is there anybody else who's having this issue? Go look at something here. So Shadows is in a game. Okay. You know what, guys? This might call for a reset of my Xbox, as a matter of fact. Because other people are in. Yeah, like, I think there's other people that are in lobbies right now. I don't know why we're having the issue of getting into a game. But nonetheless, maybe it's not the servers, maybe it's just us. I'm not sure. It is a little bit bizarre for sure. So yeah, we've been getting a lot of people asking us like what our thoughts are about the, the beta so far, and what we think of Reloaded as a game. Even though it's just kind of it's a nice sneak peek of what we can expect. Overall, guys, I think that the pieces are there to make a really good experience with Gears of War Reloaded. A couple of things I think that they could definitely improve on would be obviously matchmaking. That's number one, top priority. You need to make sure that like that is taken care of at launch. Number two, I would say if matchmaking is number one, and I think that's the top of the line concern for sure. Um, I would also say that any bugs and glitches that we're seeing that we were have been seeing in the beta. I mean, it's not all the time, but there's certainly some you can tell lagginess, some bugs and glitches, which I think those things could all get well refined and taken care of here. But I would say that is a absolute concern of mine that those things are all fleshed out. And outside of that, I mean, I look at I think the weapon balancing is going to be really interesting as we go, just because you can tell with like the Nasher, you can't pre-reload. You have to like essentially you really can't I mean, you can hip fire with it, but it's so much more accurate if you're aiming down sights, which it's like that in, Gears 5 as well, guys, in like some of the newer Gears games, but it's definitely different. Like the hip firing, it's definitely more you're just going to take more skill. And so that'll actually be probably really good, a real nice skill gap for a lot of really good players who get really good at hip firing with the Nasher. I think that'll be awesome. But nonetheless, I would say I love the customization options. Like, and not even the customization options. I mean, there's a lot of different camos that we just saw from the beta alone. There's a lot of what would the other thing be? I mean, there was a lot of like options in terms of characters right from the rip here. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of options from that perspective. I think a lot of the things that we're seeing with Reloaded from the beta are going to actually be in the final product, that being like the loading screen and stuff. I mean, you can already see that they've worked on like let me switch screens here really quick. I don't know why we're having such an issue getting into matches, dude, right now. Trying to figure that out. But like you can see like the campaign above versus. Obviously we can't play the campaign. You have the war journal, extras. So this is probably what the main menu is going to look like when Gears of War Reloaded launches. You go to versus, and then we're going to see a couple of things. You're going to see competitive match, private match, and social match. So obviously, I'm excited to see what the competitive stuff is, because Gears Esports, could it be coming back in the future? That's what we're hoping for. But right now they only have team deathmatch, and they're going to be adding King of the Hill next week to the beta, which will be good. I think that'll be nice to have, in terms of the dude. Why are we having issues getting into games right now? This is so weird, bro. Hold on. Let me let's see here, guys. What am I missing here? Something's up with Reloaded for us for some reason, guys. I just want to test something really quick. I don't know what's going on with Reloaded, man. It's not. I noticed there are people that are getting into lobbies, but we are having a real struggle here with getting into lobbies. This is no bueno, dude. At all. Oh, man. I just want to, I'm like right now, guys, I'm just kind of testing something with, just seeing, I'm pulling up a different game, Gears 5 actually, just to see if like there's any matchmaking issues getting into Gears 5. Just want to see if we're having issues getting into anything else. Because we're having real issues getting into Gears of War Reloaded right now. At least getting into a lobby. I don't know why this is giving us such a hard time, guys. Bro, what is going on with Reloaded, dude? I don't understand. Are the servers down for like a bunch of people here in the United States? Bro, yeah, there's something up, dude. There's gotta be. I must be missing something here. Because I just pulled up I was like, maybe is it my internet right now? And so I went into Gears 5, just as an example, guys. Like, so check this out. So I get into Gears 5 and I'm in a match, classic elimination right now. And so I'm like, bro, obviously, it's not our internet. There's something going on with Reloaded. Because I got in here with Gears 5. So let's go back to Reloaded here, because that's what we're here for, right? Like, we're not here for Gears 5. So let me take a look here. Let's go back to Reloaded. God. Unreal, dude. Well, this is not going to help my review of Gears of War Reloaded if 2 of the 3 days of the beta, we had issues with matchmaking. That's a problem, because yesterday was good. Yesterday, we were getting into lobbies a lot quicker. And I said this in the our first stream for Gears of War Reloaded's beta. I had mentioned that it's okay if day 1 you're having some issues. That's fine. But where it's a problem is if it's not fixed quickly. Here we go. All right, we're back. Guys, we're back. Finally, bro, let's go. I was getting worried, bro. I was getting worried. Let's go. Start pushing. Ah. No way. Is that Optic Solars? That'd be hilarious, dude. That guy domed me, bro. Oh. Ah. All right. Bro, get this guy down, dude. Let's go. What are we doing, bro? Come on. God. That was a nice shot. Holy shit.
You let them destroy you. Do you yearn for death?
Dude, solars, that has to be optic solars, right? Dude, he just cracked us. Take a look here. All right. Let me go. Yeah, let's go Beamwave. I want to play with the Savage Grenadier. Let's do that. Come on, God. Like I don't, you can't switch weapons quick enough. Let's go. Got me in a fucking blender right now, bro. Let's go. Ah. Oh my. Dude, they're just like all playing together. It's crazy. Holy. They're all playing together as a team. That's for sure, dude. 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 You do not stand a chance, bro. Didn't get any kills this round. God.
You let them destroy you. Do you yearn for death?
Play as Rom. Yeah, we got pretty much smoked that game, guys. All right, gridlock. Does anybody know how many ranks there were? Like in the beta, how far up you could rank, or did they put a cap on it or no? That's what I'm kind of wondering. I'm not staying in that where it's just like you got a lobby of a bunch of you obviously have a team that we're going up against. I am just trying to, bro. I don't think they put a cap on it. What's up, Jeannie? How are you? Okay, perfect. We're getting into, man, dude, no way. Psycho Disco is different with each of these. That's cool. I like that. All right, let's do that. Yeah, I think the highest ranked person I've seen so far is like 30, or maybe it was, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it was like 20, high 20s. But we got some noobs in this lobby here. I'm okay. That's good. Glad to hear that you're doing good. Did you have issues getting into any lobbies today? I think we got to fight for the sniper. What do you guys think? Come on. Sir, you sir. Push him, push him. It's taking forever. No, I haven't tried today. Yeah, we had trouble getting into some lobbies when I first started. Man, this guy won't go down, bro. Jesus. Where is my team at? Man. Like, these guys are not good, and I just need, like, somebody to come along, bro. Oh, they're behind us. I turned off crossplay yesterday and it actually worked. The people thinking because someone on PlayStation is a pushover got another thing coming. That's good. I didn't know you could actually turn off crossplay. So you were just playing with other PlayStation people? Let's push towards snipe, guys. Let's push towards snipe. Let's do it. He's down. Ah. Well, that's cool that you can turn off crossplay. especially at first when you got all these PlayStation players coming in, and you've got guys on Xbox that have been playing for absolutely forever. You know what I mean? Switches. Another assist, man. I'm getting a lot of assists right now. There's a lot of people on PlayStation who has played the series before. Yeah, 100%. And so that's the thing is like, you know, you've got as we've had, you know, PlayStation people come in, it's great that we're going to have all these people now playing Gears of War. I just hope that the retention rate's there. I hope that the coalition is like got a lot of content ready so that at launch, I mean, we've got a lot of content as it is right now, which is great. Even just, you can just tell from the beta alone, all the different camos, different characters. I mean, yeah, there's 2 maps we have so far that are a few maps, and then, you know, 1 mode, team deathmatch. I think it's a solid starting point. I just hope that people come back over and over again, so it really starts building the franchise. And I think it's inevitable that it will. It's just, you know, it's just getting there. I mostly play Japanese games, but I got a 360 because they secured a lot of them. Oh, no way. That's awesome. Wait, so what other games do you play outside of Gears? Because obviously Japanese games, that's I love some of the Japanese games. They announced, what did they announce at the Xbox Game Showcase? They announced I don't think it was Neo 3. What was it? Obviously Ghost of Tsushima is going to become or I should say Ghost of Yote or whatever is coming out. Yeah, there's a number of games that are coming out that look really good. I'm mostly into the horror games. So, you know, Gears is like my favorite third-person, you know, shooter of all time. I love like horror games in general though, and that's what I think I love about Gears so much is that it's got horror elements within it being like primarily a shooter, right? And then of course Call of Duty. I've always loved Call of Duty. I mean, yeah, it hasn't been perfect, but nonetheless, I still have tried every Call of Duty as they come out. On 360, I was playing The Last Remnant, Blue Dragon, Tales of Vesperia, Spectral Force 3, Persona 4 Revival was at the end of the Xbox Game Showcase. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yep. Yeah, Last Remnant's pretty cool. I've made some content on the YouTube channel about The Last Remnant. Let's go. One is hurt. Just need this to like switch, bro. Ah. I also play a lot of DMC. Oh, nice. Yeah, DMC and Bayonetta. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about Bayonetta. Bayonetta was sick. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get him. Get him down. Get him down. There we go. There we go. Oh. Go, put. All right. Yeah, Bayonetta was really, really cool. I thought it reminded me of like, what did it remind me of? Kind of like Darksiders. I don't know if you ever played Darksiders. Reminded me a little bit of Darksiders, which I thought was really cool. Just a female character in Darksiders, or in Bayonetta versus Darksiders had what was his name? Doom. Forget his name. His name was, oh man, I just ran right into him. Huge Monster Hunter. Yeah, Jeff, who does a lot of shows with me. Jeff is really into Monster Hunter, and I like Monster Hunter. I'm not like, you know, I like more of like the shooters and stuff like that. DMC's really cool. I've created a lot of content on the channel talking about DMC 6. It's kind of funny. DMC War. Yeah. War and Death. Yeah, that was awesome. But with DMC, it's kind of funny because one of the biggest content creators on the planet with Devil May Cry content, his name is Zero, and we made a video talking about where's DMC 6 on let's see, it was on our Horror Theory show or something, and oh brother, switch over. And Zero actually commented on the video. It was kind of funny. It's funny. His name's Zero. I'm Zero. It's funny. Get this guy. Get this guy. Get this guy. Let it. No. Hell no. Oh my God. One shot. Jesus. Holy shit. All right, what we got here? We just gotta stick together, bro. Stick together. Dude, we're on the same team, homie. Oh man, they're behind us. Oh man. We got torched. Darksiders 3 is my favorite though with Fury. It's also, you know what? Oh yeah. Darksiders 3 is pretty cool too. I don't know. I think I like the first one the most. They definitely, actually Darksiders 2 was really good too. I don't know. That's a tough one. But yeah, it was an interesting series. I'm surprised that they didn't continue making them. I'm not sure if like the sales started going down or what. But yeah, Darksiders was cool, and Bayonetta is really cool. Have they made more Bayonetta games? That's an interesting question, because I remember, I think I made a video talking about, when I looked it up, it was, we were trying to figure out, are they going to make a continuation of Bayonetta into the future? Actually, let me check that right now. Yeah, Darksiders 1 was very Zelda, another game series I love. Yeah, for sure. Just see something here. Yeah, I made a Bayonetta. I made a couple of Bayonetta 3 videos like 4 years ago. I was wondering about that. Yeah, I've definitely done that. Bayonetta 3 was the last one. I don't know if there will be a fourth. When did Bayonetta 3 come out anyway? Did they tease a new Darksiders? I didn't know that. When did they tease that? That would be sick. I would love to see that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my guy. Let's go Cantus. Let's go Warp Drive. That'd be awesome if they did a new Darksiders. And maybe if they do another Bayonetta, so that would be Bayonetta 4. Okay, Bayonetta 3 was the last one. Okay, so that came out in 2022, so that makes sense. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to make another one. But yeah, Darksiders would be really cool if they brought out a new one. That's the thing. There's so many IP, so many different franchises that it would be awesome to see continuations of. But you know, like one of the games that I'm incredibly excited about is The Cube. It's by the guys and girls who made Atomic Heart, and they're making Atomic Heart 2 right now. And The Cube is an MMORPG shooter. It looks absolutely wild. Give me this, give me this. Let's go, back up, back up. Back it up, back it up. All right, hold on. Oh, dude. August should be the next chance we possibly see more the new Darksiders and the Darkness. Actually, that would be really cool too. The Darkness would be a really cool game to see another game of, or another continuation. That would be the trilogy. No, nah, bro, Hang in there. No, yeah, the Summer Game Fest. Yeah, the Cube is my most anticipated multiplayer game. Outside of, like, obviously Gears of War Reloaded, we're really excited about. I mean, my most anticipated game of the future is Gears of War E-Day, but in terms of multiplayer specifically, I am insanely excited about the Cube. I think that is going to be a fascinating multiplayer experience. Ah, my. Oh, bro. We almost got to work together here. I think the only way we're going to make this work is if... Dude, bro, I'm on your team, bro. Watch the flank. Watch the flank. Smoke. Ah, man. GG's. I mean, dude, I played like absolute ass. 2 kills, bro. We've been... We have not been playing too well. Somehow we're at the top of the leaderboard though, bro. Oh, dude, bro. Oh, they got all the power weapons, bro. God. Yeah, it's not good when your team doesn't have any of the power weapons. It's like not good at all, bro. Come on. Boom's not here yet. I need to get a whole squad, dude, for sure, bro. Like I need someone's help, bro. Yo, let's push, dude. Let's push. Push these guys. We are getting completely annihilated. I think the only way I'm gonna start playing Gears of War Reloaded is just playing with my friends, bro. I really think that's good. That is absolutely what's about to happen here. God. Come on. Thank you. Just stick together, dude. Stick together. Like, this is what we... Oh my god. We got smoked, dude. Dude, what is this guy doing, bro?
I did not see warriors today. I saw small children running for their lives.
All right, let's go. Let's do the rainbows. Let's go sniper. Just taking some notes about, you know, my thoughts about the beta as a whole from day 1 to day 3, and then obviously we have next weekend in terms of the beta, guys. This is a team we're playing against. I mean, I should bounce out of this. I don't like, you know how it is, guys, when you don't have a team with you. Sure, if I had put a lot of time into this beta, I'd be like, you know what, bring it on, let's go, you know. But I really haven't been able to put in as much time as I've wanted to. And that's on me. I got to be better. For sure, there's no excuses. But I do want to find some other lobbies because I don't want to keep being put into a blender right now. Oh, bro. Is this the same lobby? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, perfect. We are losing, though. Come on, come on. Yeah, it's frustrating going against teams when you're alone. Yeah, it is. Yeah, when we're kind of doing it solo. And I'm not, obviously, I'm no, you know, I'm no goat at this game, you know what I mean? But, I mean, you know, I can typically hold my own. But it's one of those, it feel, the wall bouncing's starting to get easier, I've been noticing. Yo, let's stick together, stick together. Oh, here's the snipe. Here's snipe. Come on, come on. Come on, dude, get out of the way. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. And then my teammates don't help me.
We will surely lose this battle.
I would like it if they allowed you to do a custom emblem or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's neat using your gamer tag or probably your PS profile picture or whatever. But I think it would be really cool if they made it where you could customize your own emblem. And I'm hoping that the re-ups are really cool too, by the way. God damn it. Nice kill. And dude, I keep on missing my reload here. Oh, man. All right, let's go, guys. Come on. Oh, shit. I had no kills. What? Holy shit. Wait, it said I had no assists either? That's crazy. I'm getting, like, destroyed right now. Ah, damn it. Oh, man, dude. Oh, my God. They have us in a choke point right now, dude. All right, let's push up. It's not over yet. Man, dude. Destroyed around here, bro. And we got 2 snipers. Jesus. Well, didn't help my team too much. That's on me, guys.
Handed the humans their victory.
That game was on me for sure. Let's see. Let's go as a Theron. Well, I think we've got less than an hour left, guys, of the beta. And, yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, for sure. Going from the very fast pace of, you know, Gears 5, Gears of War 4. And I mean, it's starting to feel a little bit better, like a little bit faster or something. The wall bouncing seems to be working better today than it did day 1 or day 2. So that's interesting. Yeah, I think they're going to be consistently polishing and, you know, refining the, you know, from all this data that they're collecting from the beta. Oh, shit. I'm starting to figure out, like, the thing I'm starting to realize is the more that you're aiming down sights, that killed me too, bro. What we got going on here? Like, you gotta really, like, move fast, it seems. You gotta, like, really... Oh. Respawns are depleted, bro. Well, at least we're doing more this game, that's for sure. Now let me grab these. I want the grenades, bro. Dude, guys, get out of the way, bro. Yeah, they got. Yeah, you have to move together as a team in Gears of War Reloaded. I've been noticing that. Like, going rogue is not always a good idea. God. Oh, man. Jesus, bro. We are getting cracked. That GG's right there. Let's go bubbles. Actually, let's go. Yeah, let's do bubbles. I haven't used bubbles yet. I'm just kind of rotating. Now, here's the question. When the actual game comes out, are these going to be skins that we can just use right away, or are they skins that we earn over time? That's what's going to be interesting. I'm thinking that they're just kind of teasing it to us so that when the actual game comes out, it's like, yo, you can earn these. So they give us a chance to play with or with these different skins equipped, which I'm probably not going to play with any of the moving skins, because whenever you do that, it's a lot easier to see the enemy. I feel you want to be as discreet as possible, have as small as a hitbox as possible. Now, what characters that's going to be in, in Reloaded is going to be interesting. But it's probably definitely not General Rom. I'm just kind of using all the characters right now. But when the actual game comes out, we're going to figure out, okay, which characters have the smallest hitbox, so that, it gives us as much of an advantage as possible when we're going into battle. The same thing with the character skins, or I should say the weapon skins. I don't want anything moving. Like right now during a beta, I want to see what they are. But when the actual game comes out, it's going to be for sure 1000% different. Let's go get this boom. Got it. They're up top. Oh, these kids. Oh. Switch, come on. Oh my God. Yeah, they got us in our spawn, dude. Man, we're going up against... I mean, this is another team. It has to be, right? They got all the power weapons, which is awesome. Oh my God, dude. I cannot believe that I'm just like getting manhandled like this by these kids. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Dude, I was at the top of the leaderboard with 2 kills. Unreal, bro. Unreal. I should say the top of our leaderboard, but man, bro. Is anybody else going to push towards Boom or... Are you kidding me? Oh my God, bro. Ugh. Unreal, man. Get this kid. God damn. Ah. Man. Yeah, it's starting to get frustrating, bro. Where are these guys, bro? Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, man. Super sweaty lobbies now, dude. And I mean, I've ran into teams every time because I've played 2 games against the same dudes. The question is, are they gonna have skill-based matchmaking, you guys think, in Gears of War Reloaded? That's gonna be interesting if they decide to do that. All right, let's see here. Cantus probably has a pretty small hitbox. as well as just the normal grenadier. I think I went out of this lobby. See what we get into here, guys. Skill base would be nice. I don't know. It's interesting. Unreal, bro. I don't know, dude. This feels pretty unbalanced right now. Like, just I don't know. From day 2 to day 3, it feels more like it's not balanced properly. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. It seems like hipfire for the Nasher is working better today than it has day 1 especially, but even day 2. So it looks like they're certainly. Oh no. They're certainly doing some stuff to the game, the Coalition. You can tell. Just the beta alone, they're already starting to tweak stuff. But I think I'm going to be getting into lobbies with my buddies, and we're, you know, to crush it for sure. Oh my God, bro. Holy shit. Oh man, dude. This is crazy. Is Boom up yet? It's up. Man, holy shit. And you got the sweats in these lobbies right now, dude. It's crazy. The absolute, like, this kid, 24 kills, dude. Holy shit, bro. Yeah, this doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like a game that you're going to want to just play solo. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a game that you want to play with people, because if you don't, you're about to be put into an absolute blender into the depths of hell. Like, that's what this game is, dude. if you play, I'm just saying if you play solos, GG's, dude. You are gonna probably be teamed with some absolute squid rats. Let's go water. I'll be giving you guys my overall thoughts about Gears of War Reloaded's beta week 1 after we finish here. I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure the beta goes down at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time. So like in about a little bit over 30 minutes, I think it goes offline. Should we push for snipe? Should we push for hammer? Where is the hammer? Is it over here? Oh, it's right here. Jesus, dude. Maybe we should have pushed for snipe. Oh, man. Jesus, bro. This is... And dude, they got all the snipes. Holy shit, dude. Man, I must be fucking ass at this game, dude. These kids are sweating hard. Yeah, I just, look, I think the end of the day, guys, what this comes down to is you don't want to play this by yourself. You just solo queue, you're going to get torched because you have a bunch of players that are playing together. You know what I'm saying? Like they're running 4-man lobbies. Unless you come across a really bad team, but most of the time, dude, bro, that ain't happening. Coming across like kids who are experienced playing on Xbox. I don't even know if I've played against any PlayStation people yet. No bullshit. Oh my god. Holy shit, bro. Man, this guy just just downing everybody, bro. You know what? I think we're gonna, you wanna know something? We might have a problem with cheaters in this game. I'm not, no bullshit, man. I think there's gonna be a problem with people finding out ways to hack and cheat and stuff. Because, dude, there's just so many sus fucking plays that are happening, dude. Like, for real. So many plays, I'm like, what, dude? No way, bruh. Come on, get up here, bro. Go. How? Dude, how is it like killing me so quickly? But then everybody else, like every time I'm shooting somebody, man, it just feels like a fucking struggle, dude. I don't know, dude. It's just really inconsistent to me. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Coming up, dude. Man, oh god, dude. Pain, some serious pain. I think I'm out after this game, man. I'm out of this shit, dude. I think we're gonna have to strategize a way to just get full 4-man lobbies when Gears of War Reloaded comes out, or even next week. I mean, with the next beta for sure. But yeah, this is, you know, it gets to a point where it's like, yeah, dude, this isn't fun, bro. This is, you know, kids who are teaming and like, you know, it's cool. Like, cause you know, we should have been doing this from the very beginning, you know, cause you can just tell when people are playing together as a team, they're near each other, they're communicating, all of those things. But look, it's not gonna deter my decision on like what? Maybe it already went down. Okay. Look. Here's the deal, guys. Let me put it to you guys like this. That's why I bounced off yesterday. I'm all by my lonesome. Yeah. Well, Jeannie, you'll have to. We all have to play sometime for sure. No doubt, because I think, dude, what is going on here, bro? All right, let me just let's like close this and then reopen it, because I don't know what is going on. I want that platinum. Yeah. No, for sure. I think the only way that anybody is going to, if you want to like really grind this game and do some really cool things like with your friends and have a lot of fun, I think the way to do it is without question going to be, you know, you want to squad up with like 4 people or whatever. And that doesn't even have to be, it's not even just for the multiplayer itself. It's also for, you know, think about the campaign. Think about, you know, I would love to have horde mode in this because I think that would be a ton of fun. I think the servers are offline, guys. I think the servers just went down. It was kind of weird. It was like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I agree. I think they shut down the servers as well. Well, how about this? Let's bring it in and let's talk about my thoughts about, you know, Gears of War Reloaded's beta, at least at this point. So the way I'm gonna do this, guys, the way I'm gonna kind of break this down is I want to go based on day, like each day. So let me give you guys my overall thoughts on Gears of War Reloaded beta, at least at this, you know, weekend 1. The beta as of like what we know right now, what we've seen so far, all that stuff. So here's what I think. I think that day 1 was very difficult with matchmaking. It was like, I mean, I was starting to get some flashbacks of Gears of War 2 when it launched. It was, you couldn't even get into lobbies. It was so bad. And Epic Games probably lost a lot of money from this, and Xbox as well, because there was a lot of upset people when Gears of War 2 launched with the multiplayer in the state it was. But obviously they fixed it and it got better, blah, blah, blah. Well, this reminds me, day 1 of the beta reminds me of similar to that when Gears of War 2 launched. So hopefully we don't have the issue that we had day 1. I hope we don't get that again, especially when Gears of War Reloaded launches in August. Like, we cannot have that happen. Yeah, King of the Hill, we're going to be getting that next week. So I'm also hoping that King of the Hill feels really good, polished. And once again, day 1, it might not be. And then day 2, it gets better. Day 3, it gets better. You know what I mean? It seems like from day 1 of the Gears of War Reloaded beta to day 3, it's been a pretty big change. So day 1, actually, I thought day 2 was probably the best. The best day yesterday was the best day for the beta. I think playing the beta day 2 was for sure the best day. I felt it was the quickest with getting into lobbies. It felt, you know, polished. It was starting to feel a lot better. Certainly there is some issues, I think, with balancing. I'm really hoping that we don't have a hacking and cheating problem in Gears of War Reloaded, because I do think that that is certainly something that could happen. Because there's a lot of plays, guys, that I've even just seen over the course of the weekend where sus plays, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that people are already cheating in Gears of War Reloaded with the beta, but I don't know. It doesn't feel great. You know, when you're going up against, you know, people where it's like very suspect plays. But nonetheless, day 2, guys, with matchmaking was much better. So you had day 1, which was pretty bad. Everybody's trying to get in. They're having issues, and you cannot have those issues, especially when Gears of War Reloaded launches day 1. Like, you do not want that to happen. So I'm so glad that the coalition decided, you know, like they did a beta, and they probably collected a ton of data from it, which is awesome. But like I said, there's certainly some matchmaking concerns, because we even saw a little bit of that here in day 3. Not as bad, not as bad as day 1, but we even saw it a little bit in day 3. Day 2 was pretty good overall. That the whole day 2 was really good for the beta. I thought it was the best day. The balancing is a problem, I think, or something that they're going to have to, you know, fine tune. Wall bouncing feels better from day 1 to day 3. The wall bouncing feels a lot better. It feels a little bit faster in, you know, day 3 versus day 1. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Some of the things that I love, about the beta, or at least Gears of War Reloaded from what we see. Because obviously the main menu screens, like the main menu of Gears of War Reloaded, I mean, look, it's pretty bland overall. You know, Gears of War 1's loading screen was probably was one of my favorites, right? I loved the loading screen for Gears of War 1, but obviously the Coalition has their own like kind of, you know, this is kind of the main menu screen that we've had for a while now, from Gears of War 4 to Gears 5, and now with Gears of War Reloaded. They're all very similar, right? And it kind of gives us maybe something of like something to look at for the future with Gears of War E-Day. We're probably going to have a main menu screen kind of similar to what we've had from the Coalition lately. It'd be cool if they went away from it. I think it would, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's just a main menu screen, but nonetheless, I think, you know, it looks cool. It looks clean, but at the same time, I think there's some things that they could do to fine tune it or make it like, I don't know, grittier or something, you know, but nonetheless, it's just a main menu screen. But what I will say is they had a lot of characters, playable characters in the beta. Lots of playable characters for the Locust as well as the Cog, which I thought was awesome. And tons of weapon camos that, you know, we got a chance to play. I'm wondering if those are going to be something that you're able to play as immediately. Same with the characters. Like those are all the characters you're going to be able to play immediately. Or if some of those characters and some of those camos and stuff, you're going to have to earn along the journey. Or are they going to put a lot of these characters and the camos behind a paywall where you have to pay to get the camos? I hope they're like earnable, not payable. You know, you already know that they're going to put, you know, microtransactions in Reloaded more than likely, but I just want there to be more earnable items than the payable items. I want the earnable shit to be way cooler than the payable stuff. So that's just my thoughts. This might just be bare bones for the beta. It could be. It probably is. There's probably a lot of things that are in the beta that, you know, they're just kind of fine tuning right now. But when the full game releases, there's a lot more options, you know, a lot more things. Or it might not. You know, there's a chance that, you know, what we saw in terms of the camos are all the camos that they're going to have in the game. You know, it's possible. You know, it's hard. It's really hard to say. I do think that they're going to probably add some kind of battle pass to Gears of War Reloaded, where there's things that they're going to be adding, you know, along the journey, as, you know, in terms of a roadmap. And that'll be cool. Look, overall, does this make me excited for Gears of War Reloaded? It does. There's certainly some concerns with matchmaking, and obviously, are they going to have some kind of skill-based matchmaking, or is it basically if you're solo queuing, dude, GG's, like, just if there's no skill-based matchmaking and you're running solo queue, bro, you're about to get put into the blender of hell. So, like I said, I'm not saying that, I think this is going to be a game where you really want to play with friends. You're going to want to get a 4-man lobby. Let's just start running shit, you know? That's what it feels like to me. And I know Gears has kind of felt like that, but there's been certain Gears of War titles where you could definitely solo queue a lot, like pretty easily. Whether it was like horde mode or even just matchmaking. Obviously, you do not want to solo queue if you're doing competitive, like a competitive ranked playlist. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here with Reloaded. We're going to definitely get, you know, especially with a lot of the PlayStation people coming in. It'll be really interesting to see how they kind of put together some form of skill-based matchmaking, or you know, playlists, like ranked playlists and things of that nature. So that'll be really interesting as well. What else? You know, day 3. So we kind of talked about day 1, day 2. So day 1 was really tough with matchmaking. Day 2 was much better with matchmaking. I think day 2 was the best day of the beta. And day 3, we definitely had some issues that when we first started with just getting into lobbies. Like I couldn't even get into a lobby for probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes again today. So day 3, we had a little bit of a step back from, you know, day 2, we were, you know, everything seemed to be running pretty smoothly. Day 3, once again, we had some issues like we did in day 1, where having issues getting into lobbies, some matchmaking issues. So hopefully they kind of flesh those things out. It's starting to feel a little bit faster from day 1 to day 3. I don't know if they've really made any, you know, modifications to that, but it definitely feels a little bit faster. The wall bouncing feels faster, more fluid. So I think it's reasonable to expect that'll get better. Movement starting to feel a little bit better. Hip fire with your nashers feeling a lot better now. Because day 1, it was like it was really tricky, right? And there you can tell the coalition is monitoring it very closely, and I think they're definitely onto something here with Reloaded. I'm not saying that it is a perfect game by any stretch. I think that this is going to absolutely, all of those things being said and all things equal, Gears of War Reloaded is for sure going to quench our thirst for Gears of War E-Day. I can just tell based on just the multiplayer experience. It's going to be highly competitive. You're going to want to get... What I mean by highly competitive is, like, it feels like there's going to be, you know, there's definitely going to be a skill gap, but I do think that a lot of the really good players are going to go into the competitive playlist, the competitive rank playlist. I even think, you know, if you're running a 4-man lobby in Reloaded with some of your friends, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. I do really wish that they had Horde mode coming to Reloaded, because I think for a lot of the PlayStation people who have never played Gears of War ever in the past, not having Horde mode, you know, might hurt the player base a little bit from PlayStation. Because you'll have the campaign, which is, you know, people that, whether you're PlayStation, Xbox, doesn't matter. A lot of these people are gonna love the campaign, right? And it looks gorgeous. Like in 4K, dude, the Gears of War Reloaded campaign, like at least from what we've seen, looks unreal. Looks great. Character models, graphics, all of that stuff. And then the gameplay, if it's gonna feel like Gears of War Reloaded, what we've seen from the beta, I think it's gonna be great. But not having a Horde mode, something to kind of like, okay, a different like change of pace from the multiplayer, like the grind that is multiplayer. You know, if PlayStation people don't have that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna if that's gonna bode well for a lot of PlayStation players, because when Gears of War's always been kind of known as this like real grindy game to really get good at. Right? It's always kind of felt like that from even the early days of Gears of War. And so for a lot of people who are just now coming into Gears, and you start just immediately getting put into blenders in a beta, that's going to really deter you from wanting to play the multiplayer in any significant way. And so I think for a lot of people, they're going to want to play the campaign to start getting the mechanics down and all of that. Having a Horde mode helps because it gets you kind of used to the different weapons. You can obviously increase or decrease the difficulty of Horde mode, play with your friends, and then when you're ready to kind of jump into multiplayer, you can do that and play with your friends and, you know, try to crush it together. But not having Horde mode in Reloaded, I mean, guys, I've been playing Gears of War for years, and I was solo queuing in Reloaded for this beta and getting absolutely put into a blender. So for PlayStation people and players that are coming in who have never played Gears before, that is going to turn people off very quickly. So the Coalition's going to have to come up with some very tactical decisions, because we're hoping people stay that are like PlayStation players with Gears of War Reloaded, but this skill gap and everything else, if you don't get that under control, as well as the matchmaking issue that they had in day 1, as well as day 3, we're going to have serious problems with Reloaded. I mean, in terms of the fan base is going to grow regardless, because there's going to be people who play the campaign that are on PlayStation, and they're going to love it. They're going to be like, dude, Gears of War is awesome, but dude, I'm staying away from multiplayer. Multiplayer is a grind fest, sweat fest. These dudes like need to touch grass. They are like, that is not my speed at all. Now, E-Day is going to have horde mode, more than likely, potentially beast mode, which would be awesome. Maybe hive busters. I kind of doubt it, but I think they would definitely have horde mode. So Gears of War Reloaded is like kind of designed for us to kind of just get there to E-Day, right? I mean, it's definitely there to introduce PlayStation players who have never played Gears for the first time to Gears, but like, I don't know, dude. I think it's a big mistake that the Coalition does not have horde mode coming to Reloaded. And if they, I'm hoping that maybe it's something that they add later on if it's something that's not day one, because all the indication we've gotten so far is that it is multiplayer, campaign, that's it, you know? And so, I don't know. I prefer PvE myself, so I like a good horde mode. Yeah, 100%. I'm totally with you. I think that if you don't have a horde mode, it's going to turn it's going to turn people off. And a lot of the PlayStation players, they're not even going to know that, you know, who have never played Gears. If you're playing Reloaded for the first time, first Gears War game, and they don't have a horde mode, you're not even going to know that Gears notoriously has had a horde mode, you know? So it's just kind of weird to me that they're not doing that here with Reloaded. And I mean, it would be a great way to kind of, once again, even Gears of War, you know, fans who have been fans of the franchise from the very get-go, having something else that's a different speed, you know, a different pace, to play with your friends and go up against waves and waves of enemies. I mean, think of it like horde mode to me is similar to the original zombies in Call of Duty, you know, just third person versus first person. And like, I don't know, like it's different, but at the same time, that's kind of what horde mode felt like to me. And I love the concept that you could beat horde mode. Like you go the 50 waves, you beat it, and you know, it's something to grind towards, and you're ranking up and all that stuff. I don't know. Those were the best days of Gears of War. Was like Gears of War 3 was my favorite. It was like everything you did within Gears of War 3 helped you rank up. Everyone was trying to get to, you know, the different re-up, you know, it was re-ups in Gears of War Reloaded. I don't know, guys. I mean, look, I'm very excited for Gears of War Reloaded. I'm very excited about the future of Gears, but I'm also I have concerns. Like I just do, man. I'm a massive Gears fan. The only content I create on the YouTube channel now is Gears of War content. And I'm telling you, like if anyone from the Coalition is watching this as a VOD or watching or whatever, like there is the makings of greatness here. But I think there's some things that we definitely need to do to, you know, refine the experience, make the experience even better. And there's a reason I feel like if you go all in on Reloaded right now and you've got E-Day waiting in the balance, like we got that waiting in like 2026 or whatever. If you focus a lot on Reloaded and just adding like horde mode to this, that would be huge for this PlayStation, you know, community that's coming in. You know, obviously fixing the matchmaking issues we saw in day one, as well as a little bit in day three. You know, not having more earnable items than payable items in multiplayer is going to be massive. I just look, I understand like it's important to that the Coalition has to make money off of this, but make really cool re-ups, like re-up emblems. Make it so that the re-up skins are cooler than the payable skins. Make the like just always having like things that are earnable, because then it's going to make us grind the game even more. But if you add a horde mode, the thing I loved about Gears of War 3, to kind of get back to my original point, Gears of War 3, what was so cool about it was if I'm ranking up in horde mode, it's also ranking me up in like multiplayer. Like everything like worked in unison. So if I started at like rank 1, right, as everybody else does, and I play horde mode, and that helps me get to rank 10, and then I move to the campaign and I'm ranking up, like I get XP through that. So it's kind of like multi XP. So I'm ranking up no matter what I'm doing. And that was so cool about Gears of War 3. And some of even the more recent Gears of Wars, you know, they have that concept as well, but it was really relevant with like Gears of War 3 from what I remember, and even like beast mode and stuff, just awesome. I'm kind of like pleading here with the coalition, please. Matchmaking, obviously, that is so important. You know, when people are first jumping on the game, day one of Gears of War Reloaded, not even so much Xbox players. We're bought into the franchise. We're already bought in. But I'm talking specifically PlayStation players. You don't want them to be waiting 20 minutes in a lobby and then they move on to some other game and they don't come back like ever. You know, I just think it's really important that matchmaking's taken care of. Horde mode is just another mode to bring you back to the experience over and over again when you're not feeling the grind that is multiplayer, and you don't want to just like go in there solo queue and just be put into an absolute blender. Having Horde mode is great to play by yourself or to play with friends cooperatively. So I really think that Horde mode needs to be added here to Reloaded. I just do. It's so important that PlayStation players know that Horde mode notoriously is a part of Gears of War. It's not just like, you know, because they may not even know it exists. So, like, please, like, even if you just bring it into Reloaded a little, like a couple of months after launch or something, like, just do it. It's gonna help, I feel, in a drastic way. And then of course, like I love like the variety of characters from the COG perspective as well as the Locust Horde perspective that we saw in the beta. Hopefully they, you know, add some characters along the way. I just don't want it to get like over the top with some of the, you know, just the crazy skins that are just like it. I don't know. You know, Call of Duty has made some of the most ridiculous skins in COD. You know, in just video games in general. Like, you know, it fits Fortnite. It doesn't fit COD, you know, with a lot of the stuff they're doing. And if you're going to do like flashy rainbow, like just like really like weird cosmetic skins and stuff that, I don't know. I just personally, I really believe that Gears of War is a dark, gritty experience. And I just want the skins and everything that revolves around Gears to be really cool. And I think that the camos on the guns, I love the variety that they have for that. I love the different variety that they have there, but the actual character skins, like, don't make it like over the top goofy. Like, I want Gears to be still like, you know, a serious third person shooter, you know, that can also be fun, right? Like very fun. You know, something that that dark grittiness is what got me so hooked on Gears in the beginning. And they've kind of moved away from that over the years. But it feels like there's, in ways, the beta at least feels like, okay, we've got like these really cool camos and some of them are really flashy and stuff like that. But I just want there to be some really cool earnable camos. Whether those are the camos that you earn along the way, or there's other ones that they haven't shown us yet, like when you get to re-up 1, re-up 2, you know, all the way up to however many re-ups they have. I'm definitely interested in that. It seems like the hype for Gears of War Reloaded from day 1 to day 3 has died down drastically in a major way, hugely. A lot of people were really excited to see what it was all about, and they had issues day 1 of the beta. And so that drop off happened drastically from day 1 to day 3. And then I think that we'll have another pretty, you know, big weekend for Reloaded next week. Day 1, hopefully, you know, there will be some pretty good peaks there. Day 2, it'll, you know, we're just hoping to see consistency of growth within Gears of War. And I think that it's reasonable to expect when Gears of War Reloaded first comes out, there's going to be a peak. I just don't know how long it's going to stay there if what I'm saying right now, those things aren't refined and fixed at launch. That's why it's so important that launch is, you know, just knocked out of the park. So ultimately, guys, I think that there's the makings of greatness here with Reloaded. There's still some concerns I have about the game, about the title. And I think the coalition will fix those things, but and I hope that they add like horde mode and stuff to Reloaded. I think that would be a cheat code to bring you back to the experience over and over. Not even so much for Xbox, but for PlayStation. Ultimately, though, guys, like I said, Gears of War Reloaded is, here and designed to get us, to Gears of War E-Day ultimately, whether that's in fall 2026 or 2027, whenever it is. I think Reloaded is definitely going to help get us there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, and I'll be giving you guys so much content as we go along this journey together. I want to say thank you again to everybody for all the support you guys have shown me so far. With the live streams to the videos. I mean, we've got videos coming out every single day, or live streams. We just got a lot of content, guys, that we're creating here on Animal Zero. We've also got Horror Theory. We're making content all the time, guys, on Horror Theory. Now that's based around a lot of different horror games and stuff. And then, of course, Animal, our team, we're basically creating a ton of GTA 6 content. And we're going to be talking, we're going to be creating Gears content on Animal as we go here. There's a lot of things that are happening, guys. Behind the scenes, I'm really excited about. I'm planning on bringing you guys a lot more shows and things of that nature. And so Jeannie says, glad to be here. I really appreciate you being here, Jeannie. You have been like day one, coming back over and over again to the streams, to the videos and stuff ever since you found the channel. I really appreciate you, sticking around. I appreciate all you guys and girls out there who are checking out the streams, checking out the content. It's because of you that we're pushing forward. And there's definitely there's a big opportunity for all of us within Gears of War Reloaded, Gears of War E-Day. The future's bright, guys, within gaming and within Gears. I believe that with all my heart. So I'm going to be pushing hard. And they've got, really quick before I get off here, they have a countdown timer to the next Gears of War beta. Come back on June 20th at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time to play Versus on 3 additional maps. And they should have on here that they're adding an additional game mode, King of the Hill, which was what was said in their FAQ. But I like you're not constantly bashing PlayStation. I see that a lot in the other people making content. Yeah, no, I mean, why would I want to bash the opportunity for one of my favorite games of all time to grow to the next level? I mean, I'll talk a little bit of some trash like, hey, I want to play against some PlayStation noobs in Gears of War. Definitely I'll talk like that a little bit, but I want everybody who is getting an opportunity to play Gears for the first time. This is what a lot of other people don't understand within like the Gears of War ecosystem is that Gears of War is, the bigger it gets, like, and grows, it's a good thing for the community. Like it's huge for, it's good for the game, because it's like, would you ever want to wake up one day and like the coalition comes out or Xbox comes out and they say, hey guys, we don't have enough people that are playing Gears. We're shutting down the servers, because we've already seen this. They shut down the servers for Gears 5. They shut down Gears Esports. By the way, shout out Gears Esports. I hope it comes back with Gears of War Reloaded. But do you want to see Gears of War die? Or would you want to see an aggressive effort to see Gears grow, like in a major way? I mean, that's what people have to understand. PlayStation gives us a great opportunity to grow Gears to the next level. I mean, look, the console wars and all this stuff that people are talking about, dude, like what Xbox is doing right now is they're creating a truce with PlayStation. They're like, hey, here's one of our biggest flagship titles of all time, and now you guys can play it. I mean, that's a huge truce, and that's a good thing, like for gaming as a whole. Like we shouldn't be at odds, because I've always like, Xbox has been, my number one console. I just love the controller. I've loved, Xbox 360, I believe was the greatest console ever made. Even though it had issues with the Red Ring of Death and stuff like that, I just felt like it was the greatest experience. PlayStation, though, when they got to PlayStation 4, really started dominating the entire space of just gaming as a whole, you know? I think part of what helped PlayStation a lot was that the multiplayer, like Xbox went this direction of Xbox Live, where you had to pay for every month or every few months, whereas PlayStation's online services were free with like the PlayStation 3 and stuff. And I think that really helped grow their following, you know? And then when it changed and you have PlayStation 4 come out, I mean, PlayStation just started growing and growing in massive ways, whereas Xbox has kind of been left in the dust. And so, you know, Xbox and Microsoft kind of felt like they were going more this computer route when you got to like the Xbox One, and we just saw a drastic like drop off, I felt, in player experience for Xbox. But I think having PlayStation people coming into Gears of War is a great thing, because it's going to grow the scene, grow new fans, get, you know, more people that are engaging in content, and like it, you know, it just grows the space. You know, you start getting like esports prize pool, you start getting like, you know, more ways that now the coalition can, you know, tap into a bigger fan base. And this is going to help Gears in a major way. But obviously the coalition has to do their part. We as content creators have to do our part with growing this thing and, you know, push this thing to the next level. Push Gears to the next level. I don't know if Gears of War Reloaded is that, it's a step to get there, but I think Gears of War E-Day is what will get us there to the next level. As long as the coalition, you know, as long as Gears of War E-Day is brought out for PlayStation once again, not just Xbox, and they knock that shit out of the park, it's gonna, Gears of War Reloaded is setting the stage for what could be the biggest game of all time, being Gears of War E-Day. And I think Gears of War Reloaded, there's a case to be made that now it's being, you know, shipped to PlayStation players as well. Gears of War Reloaded could be the biggest Gears of War title of all time, and it's a remaster. So that's telling you something. I got a PS5 Pro and just got a Switch 2. I would love to have an Xbox. They just stopped getting the games I play after the 360. Yeah, for sure. Now I have a PC, and with a free month of Game Pass, I tried Gears Tactics, Hi-Fi Rush before it came to PS5, and Crackdown 3. There you go. No, that's awesome. Yeah, Xbox Game Pass is the best subscription service, without a doubt, that's ever come out so far. Xbox Game Pass is great, because PlayStation Premium Plus is cool, but a lot of the games don't come to PlayStation Premium Plus day one. Xbox Game Pass, they come day one. Gears of War Reloaded, day one. E-Day, day one. You know, tons of the games are coming day one to Xbox Game Pass. So I love Xbox Game Pass. I think it's great. I do love PlayStation Premium as well, but it's just not as, a lot of the games aren't coming like day one to PlayStation Premium Plus. So we'll see what happens, guys. I'm incredibly excited, nonetheless, about the future of Gears. And, you know, yes, there's a lot of things that the coalition has to work on here for the beta weekend 2. We'll be coming to you guys once again, 4 days, 23 hours. We'll be back with more action from the Gears of War Reloaded beta. Really excited to be, I'll be bringing you guys some content, of course, throughout the course of the week and stuff. We'll be bringing you some shows and things of that nature. So stay tuned for all of that. Expect new videos all the time. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys join the channel. That way you guys get access to different level badges, or I should say loyalty badges, as well as all of your different like emoticons and things of that nature. And it also supports the channel. So I really appreciate you guys, all of you who are doing that. And then, yeah, guys, if you have any questions or anything for me, there is a tip link in the description down below that you guys can check. That is going to, it's a 24-hour tip link that if you guys have any questions for me specifically or anything, it's a way that you guys can support the channel and all of our ventures that we're doing between animal, horror theory, all of that stuff. And it's good 24 hours a day. So if I don't catch you during a live stream or like one of our shows, we can answer it on the following one. So that being said, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you as always. If you guys enjoyed the stream, enjoying the content, make sure that you guys leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, just keep grinding. And as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace out. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.